Okay, so the time taken for hours T, hotel room to clean morning is inversely proportional, so again that's important, to the number of cleaning staff S. So inversely proportional basically means that we have got T is equal to something over S. Okay, so that's kind of what the equation is going to look like. It takes 3 hours, so let's now T S. It takes 3 hours to clean the rooms when there are 10 cleaners. So there's 10 staff. So what we need to do is work out what one staff would be. So again, to go from here to here, divide by 10. Because it's inversely, we've got to times that one by 10, which makes it 30. So if you only had one staff, it would take 30 hours, which is kind of what you'd expect, that if you had 10 doing 3 and you had less cleaners, you're going to take a lot longer. Which means that if we now got 1, we can now put the 30 up there. So we end up getting T is equal to 30 over, now that's an S. Just check it works. So if I put in 10 cleaners, 30 divided by 10 gets me 3, and I get the right answer. How many room staff are needed to get the rooms cleaned in 2 hours? So in this bit, we're wanting 2 to equal 30 over, again, that's an S, not a 5. So I'm going to switch them around. So we end up 30 over 2, which means that we need 15, because 30 divided by 15, so we need 5 people. G is directly proportional to H. Okay, so we should be hopefully quite comfortable with this, but if you've forgotten again, so we get G to H. G is 27, H is 3. Again, we're looking at direct proportion, so we're going to get it to be 1, and divide by 3, so whatever you do to that side, you do to this side, which gets you 9. And we're wanting H to be 9, which means that I'm going to times that by 9, which means I'm going to times that by 9, which gets me 81. So the answer for that one, 81. Question 8b. B is inversely proportional to A. When B, write an equation. So again, we've got an equation, so you're just going to have to spot that equation's going to end up looking like that with inversely. It's because direct proportion is just B equals something times by A. This one, because inversely, it's got to be 1 over. So we've got B to A, and we've got 2.5, and we've got 8. We need that to become 1. So we're going to divide by 8. Whatever you do to that side, you've got to do the opposite. I'm going to times by 8. So 2.5 times by 8. So you double it and add on half, which gets you 20. Which means that our formula is B is equal to 20 over A. And again, you can check it. 20 divided by 8. So if you half it again, and half it again, you get 2.5. So we get to find the value of B when A is 10. So B is 20 divided by 10 is 2. So 20 divided by 10 equals 2. Okay, question 9. We've got y is 8, x is 2. I'm just going to check this isn't the same as the previous one that I'd done before. 8 and 2, oh, this is 8 and 6, so it's very similar. So 8 and 2, x is 2, y is 8, x is 2, y is 8. So x is 2, y is 8, and we mark that point on. Now, again, I've just got to just double check if it was direct or inversely, so it's directly proportional. And directly proportional means that it's got to go through 0, 0. So now we're just going to double this, so if I go to 4 and I can go to 16, and technically I can draw it from there because I've got 3 points, but just make sure you extend your line. Again, my graph's not going to be great because I can't really draw straight lines on this device. Use your graph to work out from y when x is 6, so this time it's asking you to work out 6, so we draw a line coming up here, pointing to our graph, then bring it across. Please make sure that you use your graph if it asks you to use your graph. And you'd read off the answer and put it down. Okay, the distance of a moped can travel, D, is directly proportional. So again, it's just a bit more words now. So D is directly proportional to P. So we're now going, the moped can go 150 kilometers with 5 litres of petrol. So what we need to do is we need to see what it would do with 1 litre of petrol. So divide that by 5. Because it's directly proportional, divide it by 5 and we get 30, which means the equation is D is equal to 30p. Again, check it by subbing in. 30 times by 5 gets you 150. For the moped to travel 120 kilometers, how many petrol would it need? So we've got 120 equals 30p, so p is equal to 120 over 30, which equals 4. We're going to need 4 litres of petrol. The graph shows that y is inversely proportional, so you notice that the graph of inverse, as your y values come down, as these drop, the x values go up. So one's going up, one's going down. Let's see what the question is then asking. Use your graph to estimate the value of y when x is 5. So this is just about using your graph. You just need to draw a straight line coming up, hit that point, and bring it along. So I would say the answer is 9. C is inversely to D when C is 1.6, D is that workout. So we've got C, D, C 1.6, D 5. We want to get D to be 2. Always worth visiting 1 because it's nice and easy. Divide by 5 times by 2. We've got to do the same to this. So divide, oh no, we've got to do the opposite, remember, because it's inversely. So times by 5, divide by 2. It's always worth writing these down so then you can double check when you're doing it and you don't make that mistake that I was almost about to make. So we do 1.6 times by 5 and then divide it by 2 and we get 4. So work out C, so the answer is 4. Okay, question 13. The time Ella takes in a minute to drive and work is inversely proportional. Okay, so again, this is worded, so just try and pull out the key things. Inversely proportional to our average speed. So we're looking at something to do with time and speed. So we're probably going to use T and S. Now again, because it's inversely, we're expecting our formula to be something like that. And one day Ella leaves home at 8 a.m. So Ella takes 40 minutes. So time is 40 and the speed 25. Ella leaves home at 8 a.m. and travels an average speed of 30 miles an hour. So her speed becomes 30. So we're going to have to visit 1 to figure out what's going on and then get up to 30. What time does she arrive at work? So this has got, you can see this is worth 4 marks, but we can actually pick up a lot of marks here. So this is divide by 25, and then this is going to be times by 30. This is going to be times by 25, and divide by 30. So if I put in 40 times 25, divide 30, and I get 33.3 reoccurring. Now, I didn't actually need to put in, I think I've just done that wrong, sorry. I've just put in my calculator wrong. Oh no, I've not. So 40 times by 25, divide by 30, 33.3. Now you can put in the answer in between, so 40 times 25 is 1,000. You don't necessarily need to do that. What time will she arrive at work? So she's going to take, the time it's going to take is 33.3 minutes. So leaving at 8 a.m., then she will get there at 8:33 a.m. She should get there.